In the bustling town of Wisley, there stood a little white clinic at the corner of the street, adorned with colorful flowers and a bright blue door. This was the beloved workplace of Dr. Dan, a kind-hearted and gentle physician known to every child and adult in the town. Dr. Dan had curly hair that matched the autumn leaves and twinkling eyes that made every patient feel at ease. He was famous for his funny jokes and magic tricks, which always left his young patients giggling with delight. One sunny afternoon, as Dr. Dan was organizing his medical tools, a soft knock echoed through the clinic. In came Emily, a curious little girl with freckles sprinkled across her nose and a toothy grin. Her cheeky smile vanished as she held up her finger, bandaged with a rainbow plaster. Doctor, I've hurt my finger," she said with a little pout. Dr. Dan, with a twinkle in his eye, nodded sagely. "Let's take a look, shall we?" he said with a wink. As Emily settled into the comfortable patient chair, Dr. Dan gently examined her finger. "Ah, I think I see the problem," he exclaimed. Pulling a bright, spotty handkerchief out of nowhere, Dr. Dan said, "There's a little finger fairy trapped in here." Emily's eyes widened, and her giggle escaped before she could stop it. With elaborate sleight of hand, Dr. Dan caught the imaginary fairy and whispered to it softly, promising it freedom if it promised never to make Emily's finger ache again. "You see, Emily, sometimes all we need is a sprinkle of magic and a bit of rest," said Dr. Dan, as he replaced the plaster with a new one adorned with stars. "Your finger will feel better in no time." Relieved and happy, Emily thanked Dr. Dan and skipped out of the clinic, eager to tell her friends about the finger fairy. Later that day, Dr. Dan sat back at his desk, feeling content. He knew that his work was more than just treating aches and pains. It was about mending hearts and creating smiles too. And in Wisley, there were always more smiles to bring and stories to share.